Good morning. What a great day to be an Eagle. All are in their places, and we are ready to begin this celebratory day. Today signifies one of the greatest occasions and accomplishments in the lifetime of our graduates, their families, and friends. With such pride and joy of these marvelous accomplishments, we have come to expect that the moment your graduate receives his or her diploma, you will be moved to triumphant applause or some other form of jubilant expression. Although we appreciate your outward displays of pride and your charged intensity of support, we kindly ask you that you respect the following graduate by restoring quiet by the time that the next candidate's name is to be called. In addition, we also ask that you respect the dignity of the commencement ceremony by remaining civil and refraining from the use of external forms of noisemakers such as air horns, whistles, stadium horns, thunder sticks, and now that the World Cup is over, please kindly stow your vuvuzelas. The use of such devices can become unpleasant and offensive, leading to a diminished experience for those seated in proximity to you. These exercises of the 2014 summer semester, the 34th commencement ceremony at Florida Gulf Coast University, are hereby called to order.
Good morning. On behalf of Florida Gulf Coast University, I welcome you to the university's 34th commencement ceremony. At this time, remain standing for the invocation provided by Campus Minister Doug Warren. And please remain standing afterwards to join in the singing of our national anthem led by our vocalist, Ms. Christy Shore, and the Suncoast Brass Quintet.
Lord God, I call upon you as the King over all creation and ask that you hear me now because of the perfect work of your Son. On behalf of these graduates, faculty, staff, and parents, I ask that you would be present here to bless and be praised in the ceremony today. Thank you, first of all, for the privilege of celebration. We rejoice in the culmination of years of hard work and study and the new beginning that these degrees bring. Thank you for dreaming up laughter, celebration, and song, that we might be able to give expression to our delight in moments like this. Thank you, God, for these graduates. We are grateful for each of them and all the gifts you have bestowed upon them. Lord, you know this university strives to be a place of student success, academic freedom, diversity, informed and engaged citizenship, ecological sustainability, community service, and technological innovation. These are all possible because of your beauty, complexity, and orderliness in creation. Help us to continue in this endeavor with humble gratitude for the blessings of your grace. Thank you for all the faculty and staff who serve this university and the broader community. Establish the work of their hands in the myriad disciplines and fields of study engaged in at FGCU. Thank you also, Lord, for the parents and family members who have sacrificed for these graduates to be here. Lord God, forgive us for the ways we have failed to acknowledge you in all that you have enabled us to accomplish. Help each one of us to demonstrate gratitude for what you have given us. Thank you for providing these graduates with years of educational opportunity to explore, question, theorize, test, and strive for new understanding. Protect them from the overconfidence that so easily attends newly acquired knowledge. Lead them to wisdom and establish them as lifelong learners. Give them godly character and enable them to continue serving others as they have been encouraged to do here. Help them to do so with joy, giving thanks for all the resources you have provided them. Help these graduates honor you in the way in which they steward those resources. Bless them and work through them, Holy Spirit, in accomplishing your will. For it is in the matchless name of Jesus that I pray. Amen.
Oh, say can you see
Please be seated. This ceremony is patterned after a ritual which has been repeated through centuries of higher education throughout the world. The robes we wear and the symbols of the ceremony found their origin in the Middle Ages. The mace is a symbol of the authority of the university, but the spirit of commencement is modern, always new, and always focused on the future. At this time, let me introduce the university trustees and other members of our platform party. As I call your name, please rise and remain standing, and please hold your applause until all have been introduced. University trustee and board chair, Robbie Repsdorf. University trustee, Ann Hamilton. University trustee, Russell Priddy. Dean of the Lutgert College of Business, and participating in his first commencement ceremony here at Florida Gulf Coast University, Dr. Robert Bob Beatty. Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and participating in his first commencement here at Florida Gulf Coast University, Dr. Robert Gregerson. Dean, UA Whitaker College of Engineering, Dr. Richard Baer. Dean of the College of Education, and participating in her first ceremony, graduation ceremony here at Florida Gulf Coast University, Dr. Jane McCaney. Dean of the College of Health Professions and Social Work, and it's Dr. Mitchell Cordova. Associate Director of Library Services, Dr. Barbara Stites. Chair of the Alumni Association, Carlos Cavanago III. Director of Alumni Relations, Kim Wallace. Invocation speaker and campus minister Dirk Warren of Gulf Coast Presbyterian Church. Student government president and university trustee, Dominic Volpe. Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. J. Michael Rollo. Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. T.C. Yee. Academic Advisor of the College of Arts and Sciences, Rebecca Kruger. Academic Advisor, Undergraduate Studies, Allison Basacalupi. Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Dr. Jim Wolpart. Dean of Students, and our keynote speaker today, Dr. Michelle Jovanovich. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ronald Toll. University Marshal, Faculty Senate President, and University Trustee, Dr. Sean Felton. Please join me in welcoming our platform guests. You may be seated. Sitting in the first rows before me are our college marshals. As I call your name, will you please stand to be recognized and remain standing, and once again hold your applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Mary Ann Zager, College of Arts and Sciences. Carrie Kareskis, Lutgert College of Business. Dr. Lisa Zidek, UAE Whitaker College of Engineering. Rachel Cook, Library Services. Dr. Thomas Felke, College of Health Professions and Social Work. Dr. Caroline Gischel, College of Education. Please join me in recognizing our university marshals. You may be seated. Thank you all for being here on this occasion when we celebrate the accomplishments of many students. Also, we have a number of elected officials, members of the university's foundation board, and friends of the university here with us today. Because there are so many here, I won't be able to introduce each of you, but I welcome you no less, and ask that you raise your hand so we may recognize you as well. It is now my pleasure to introduce my distinguished colleague, the university's Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ronald Toll.
It's a great honor for me to be part of FGCU and to be part of this special ceremony this morning. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the President of the Faculty Senate, member of the Florida Gulf Coast University Board of Trustees, and our University Marshal, Dr. Sean Felton.
Thank you, Dr. Toll. Welcome again, everyone, to the 34th Commencement Ceremony at Florida Gulf Coast University. Fellow platform party members, distinguished guests, outstanding faculty, parents, families, and most especially our Florida Gulf Coast University graduates. I bring you greetings and congratulations on completing your degree programs on behalf of all my incredible colleagues, the FGCU faculty. However, before I move too much further, I would first like to thank you and your families for trusting all of us with the responsibility of your education. Also, let's take a moment to recognize all of our families and other special people who have helped get you to this day. A little secret here, graduates, there's a lot of pride and often relief going around the arena right now, and most families are a bit vulnerable in this joyful state. So it may be a great time to ask for things: money, new car, perhaps confess a little secret that's been building for a while, or drop some other surprise. There are emergency personnel, though, throughout the audience if needed, if any of the surprises are too much. Anyway, your experiences here at FGCU are unprecedented and have been filled and enriched by dedicated, brilliant faculty members whom have basked in your successes, comforted you during times when challenges have arose, and assisted you in every endeavor for you to reach this day. These events today are moments that are second to none to us as faculty, and seeing the works of your unwavering determination is empirical evidence that solidifies all we do daily. Thank you for also making us better along the way. Today marks the fourth time I've had the privilege to speak at these commencement proceedings representing our FGCU faculty. I've talked about being an eagle and even talked about the places one would go, a poor spinoff from a well-known guy, Dr. Seuss. However, each time that I begin to write a speech, I try to find quality research that demonstrates a strong statistical correlation between speeches given at commencement ceremonies like this and their effects on audiences. This time, I only found a handful of relevant articles in the Journal of Sleep Disorders and Therapy. However, the way I'm going, this speech may add to that research and statistic. But as I was starting to think about what I was going to say today, to try and provide some advice that you could put into context the importance of the day and the opportunities that are now await for all of you, I kept coming back to your degree. Now, graduates, this may be the last time you have to listen to a faculty member, and since you are graduating, you really do not need to listen because it won't be on any test. However, if you choose, I want you to think about your degree. Preparing for this like any good academic, I researched degree. Using the great research device of Google, I typed in the word degree. The first thing that came up was describing the degree as a measurement of plane angle. Next, the actual academic degree was discussed, and then the link started describing the use of an antiperspirant. And there were logos and pictures, and then my computer crashed. But with today's weather, maybe that is what I should be discussing. However, with a 9 a.m. start to this ceremony, we should be done before it gets too much warmer, unless each of you decide to take a selfie with President Bradshaw as you walk across the stage. Then we may need the other type of degree. Anyway, let's go back to the academic degree. Merriam-Webster describes the degree as a title conferred on students by a college, university, or professional school on completion of a program of study. That is a pretty simple definition for the privileges of what is about to be bestowed upon you. But there has been so much more that makes up the degree, and also what will occur for all of you after today with the degree. Your degree today marks a professional milestone and symbolizes your dedication, hard work, and commitment to earning it. We are here today to celebrate these accomplishments and the endless opportunities that now exist because you have persevered through the challenging courses, multiple class projects, and long research papers. You have earned it, and you have made it. You have all the privileges that a degree from FGCU provides. Congratulations. Your degree now serves as a passport to the world that will never expire. After today, you have endless opportunities for advancement, progress in your chosen field, and several openings for success that are still limited for many. You've been trained in your discipline, but moreover, you've been provided with lifelong learning skills that will allow you to adapt to an ever-changing workforce. In fact, data suggests that individuals graduating today will have at least 3 different professions in their lives. All of you have these skills. You also have the responsibility of being a part of an elite group of individuals. Those of you completing your baccalaureate degrees are now among the top 30% of Americans, while those of you receiving your master's degree are among the top 8% of educated individuals in America. And those that are receiving their doctorate today are now a part of the top 3% of Americans, a very select group. In earning your degree, you've learned to overcome obstacles, such as discovering that there is more to nutrition than just ramen noodles. Laundry doesn't do itself, and these roommates don't always get along. Also, you've learned on how to manage unlimited sleep, the consequences for not waking up for an early morning class or missing the exams. Wait, none of you ever did any of those things, or you wouldn't be here today. But you have developed skills on how to stay focused on coursework when outside stresses appeared. But as you began your FGCU journey, most of these challenges were unknown to you. However, all of these events, both good and bad, have helped shape who you are and the degree you have obtained. Through this journey, you have learned many things about yourselves, who you were, who you've become, and now who you will be as you benefit from this degree. So remember these lessons. They will serve as great preparation as you face new challenges in your world. Finally, with this degree, you have endless opportunities in which I have discussed. But also think about how the degree has taught you to become a better member of society. And the following are just a few examples of some of the non-monetary benefits of earning a degree. Individuals that attend higher education have overall improved health and increased life expectancy. Furthermore, research indicates that children of those that attend a higher education institution have higher cognitive skills and will engage in more extracurricular and cultural activities. Furthermore, individuals obtaining degrees demonstrate a substantial increase in civic responsibility, such as voting in elections and volunteering in community agencies. Lastly, those acquiring college education are also more open to diversity-type issues. Okay, enough with the research on degrees. I want to leave you with one final piece of personal advice. Never underestimate these small acts of kindness. These acts cost you not a dime, and you'll be surprised at how a slight smile or saying good morning to a colleague changes everyone's day. I recently stopped by a store early in the morning, rushing to my next appointment, but the cashier was full of life and so happy to greet me. It made me stop and think about my day and the important things we lose because of the rush of everyday life. It also brightened my day, so remember the little things and take time to slow down. Also, be sure to find balance in what you do. Find that balance between your career, your family, and all else that is important to you. Find compromise in what you do, and you'll be much happier. Once again, my colleagues and I wish you our most heartfelt congratulations. We wish you well in all of your endeavors, and we are assured that all of you will be excellent representatives of our FGCU family. You now see windows and doors where there once were walls. You have made us proud, and we anticipate your successes and all of your future accomplishments. So get out there, use this degree, and all the lessons it has taught you to find happiness and success. Congratulations, and go Eagles.
Thank you, Dr. Felton, for your wisdom and your good humor. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Summer 2014 student speaker, president of our student government, and member of the University Board of Trustees, Mr. Dominic Volpe. Mr. Volpe started at FGCU in the fall of 2010 and is now a senior majoring in resort and hospitality management. In addition to being part of student government, Dominic is also an active member of the programming board and serves as director of concerts. He is also currently a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity and was an FGCU orientation leader during his freshman and sophomore years. Mr. Volpe is performing admirably in his role as student government president and as a university trustee. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Dominic Volpe.
Thank you, Dr. Toll. Thank you, distinguished faculty, Board of Trustees members, and the rest of the platform party. But most importantly, I'd like to thank you, the graduates. But I really do think we should take some time to thank our parents and family for supporting you through this entire process. For if you don't want to thank them today, I'm sure you can thank them tomorrow when you move back in with them. But graduates, today is a day you will never forget. Today is the day you leave the nest and become a member of the hardworking American society. Today is the day where you begin your journey on never claiming Social Security. Today you will graduate from Florida Gulf Coast University with the pride and a sense of accomplishment of what you have just completed. It is my hope that you have gotten the most out of your experience here at FGCU. For me, I've had the unique ability not only to grow with this university, but also have it make me a better person. I stand here humbled before you, hoping my words don't go through one ear and out the other, like I'm sure many of the faculty and staff have felt throughout your years here at FGCU. But I stand up here to reflect on your accomplishment today. I want everyone to think back to your first days here at FGCU, the excitement on your face, the fear of not knowing what is to come. I bet you never thought you'd have to think those feelings would ever return. But everyone needs to remember that once you enter the so-called real world, those feelings will return. Through job interviews, through moving to new surroundings, and meeting new people, you will need to think back on your times in college, how FGCU had prepared you for these moments. Bob Marley once said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have." So I think my message to you graduates is to stay strong, because you will encounter great times, you'll encounter happy times, but you will also encounter tough times. But I can tell you this from personal experience, that life goes on. As you embark on your journey through life after FGCU, remember everything in life is temporary. So if things are going good, enjoy them, because they won't last forever. If things are going bad, remember too that they won't last forever. I encourage you to take a chance on the unknown. I encourage you to go travel. I encourage you to go anywhere where your heart takes you. But always remember that you have a home here on Ben Hill Griffin at FGCU. Thank you. God bless. One love. Go Eagles.
Thank you, Dominic. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Michelle Jovanovich. Dr. Jovanovich, a founding FGCU staff member who has served as Dean in Student Affairs since November 2005. She was appointed in 1996 as FGCU's first Director of Admissions and subsequently founded the Office of Alumni Relations. Dean Jovanovich earned a bachelor's degree in psychology from Stetson University, a master's degree in student personnel in higher education from the University of Georgia, and a doctorate in educational leadership and higher education from Argosy University. She has more than 28 years of experience in higher education administration. Please join me in welcoming Dean of Students, Dr. Michelle Jovanovich, who will deliver the commencement address. Michelle?
Thank you, Dr. Bradshaw. Good morning, trustees, administration, faculty, staff, and students. It's an honor to be here. As you might imagine, though, it's a bit daunting, a little intimidating to give a speech in a large venue like this. But after I talked to Dom, the president of the student body, and he told me it doesn't really matter what you say, just make it short, that kind of took the pressure off. Actually, I know that the job that I have right now is not the toughest job up here today. It's not Dr. Bradshaw either. It's actually reading your names. That is the hardest job up here. You all came here to hear your name, right? Well, I've been a reader many times before, and that job is truly terrifying. So you'd think with a name like Ivanovich that all these names would be easy to pronounce, but that is not the case, I assure you. We're gathered here this morning because the university has brought us together. There would be no other moment in time that the same group of people would gather except for the unifier of Florida Gulf Coast University. I've met many of you at new student orientations, through activities on campus, and have had the opportunity to watch you become the individuals that you are today. Mackenzie Cassidy, I've known you since you were a toddler. Where's Mackenzie? She's worked on campus here as a lifeguard. She's a resort and hospitality management major and been on the swim team since she started here. Vitor Seguri. Vitor is heading to FSU to earn his PhD in urban and regional planning. Luis Vargas just landed a great job with Target. As the Dean of Students, I provide opportunities for students to grow and develop outside the classroom. Interpersonal skills and life experiences will distinguish you from other graduates. All the activities that you have kept you engaged at the university, such as student leadership positions, activities, organizations, international celebrations, working on campus, and athletics, have developed skills that employers seek out, and it is a central mission for people like me working in student affairs. Graduates, you have distinguished yourself from those who just talk about getting a degree and those who actually do it. By getting an education doesn't mean you won't experience hard life lessons, but it does mean that you know how to handle tough times, balancing multiple priorities and persistence. You are resilient. FGCU's experience is like none other. Now, over 20,000 graduates are familiar with our beautiful music hall in the Bauer School of Music. They know about the black box theater performances. Many of you attended the awesome concerts that we hold at Germain for you each year. Of course, featuring artists that you all requested and that I had to Google. You all completed your service learning hours, and we all celebrated our Dunk City fame together. Many of you competed in intramurals, became brothers and sisters through Greek letter organizations and the honors program. You sat in the Cohen Center Fishbowl and worked on your many group projects, and at high noon, you got used to hearing our alma mater play every day. You survived HUM 2510. You survived colloquium. You survived the house parties in San Carlos Park. You didn't think I knew about those, did you? And today, hundreds of you will take a picture at the Bronze Eagle statue with your friends, some of whom you will never let go. And finally, a common experience that most of us would like to forget, Brother Micah preaching on the library green. Yes, good times. These meaningful landmarks on our campus and the shared experiences you had with your fellow Eagles will bring you back here to visit us often, I hope. Signal events such as today are important markers in our lives. They are rites of passage like weddings and funerals, bar mitzvahs, and getting your first job out of college. All are defining moments. I am reminded today of a wonderful poem in which Mary Oliver reflects, and the last line is my favorite. Tell me, she says, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? This is a call to action. You must answer this question by doing it, by living your life, not being afraid of the unknown beyond the home that you've built here at FGCU. You must not be constrained or confined by messages or roles put on you from other people. Begin this journey by making opportunities for yourself, even when you might not understand how a new experience fits into your life right now. Try it. Admittedly, many advised me not to apply for the founding director of admissions here way back when. It was going to be tough, they said. But in 1996, I wanted to be part of something that had great potential, even if I didn't know exactly what was in store for me. The truth is, the world is always uncertain. If you are waiting for the economy to stabilize, if you are waiting for the job market to get better, if you are waiting for the perfect person to make you happy, you will be waiting for a long time. I ask you again, what will you do with your one wild and precious life? Think about it. A shining example of this is Dr. McTarnigan and many up here to my left, the Cachos, the Gigons, the Franklins. They came together at the university when the page was blank. They saw a need and they met it and became part of the FGCU family like you have. Learn by these examples. Challenges lead to problem solving, to creativity, to innovation. Look around you at FGCU. The results have been amazing. I have a treasured drawing in my office, and it was done by a 9-year-old boy. And the drawing he gave me was years ago, even before the university opened. The picture is his vision of what the university was going to look like in his mind. There's a school bus with lots of kids, and all the kids are smiling, lots of smiling faces. And at the top of the page, in a sky blue crayon, there are white puffy clouds across the top. And each cloud, there is a special word in each one. The first, veterinarian, doctor, teacher, architect, scientist. And actually, the word football is in one of the clouds too. So even as 9-year-olds 20 years ago, they were asking for football here. At 9 years old, this kid had a hope in the unseen. It's incredible. He captured in Crayola his idea of a better future, and it meant to get a university degree from FGCU, and he could be whatever he wanted to be. Being educated, however, begins with responsibility. This lesson hit home for me in a pivotal moment while I was a junior at Stetson University. Our class read a book entitled Teacher and Child by Haim Gannat. Maybe some of you know this. In the epilogue, Gannat quoted a letter from a school principal to his teachers in which the principal related that he was a concentration camp survivor. The letter went on to say that gas chambers were built by learned engineers. Children were poisoned by educated physicians, and infants killed by trained nurses. Because of this, of course, the principal was suspicious of education. It was through this very difficult discussion in that classroom that day that we learned that the men and women who orchestrated the Holocaust were actually educated people. They were not ignorant. They used their education for evil purposes. Equally important was the fact that other educated people sat by and did nothing to stop the atrocities that occurred in the Holocaust. Those following realizations made a huge impact on me, and I also thought about never underestimate your power. You have a responsibility to use your education to make this world a better and safer place for everyone. And never be surprised when greatness is expected of you. We know that each of you has faced challenges in your lives while you're here. One such person is Argeo Cruz. Argeo Cruz is sitting here with you. Graduating today, he came to the family, he came to the U.S. not speaking a word of English and expecting to be a field laborer for the rest of his life. But for some reason beyond simple understanding, he made a radically different choice and is graduating today among you. a true scholar, and also the captain of our cross-country team. There are so many stories like this, so many challenges, some that you chose and some that you did not choose for yourself. But you Eagles have met these challenges with immense courage, what Ernest Hemingway called grace under pressure. It is said in medieval times, when cartographers made maps, they marked the uncharted edges with the warning, "Here be dragons." As you continue your journey into the unknown, I know you will meet those dragons fearlessly with your usual grace and style of an eagle. Congratulations, and here's to your journey and to making the most of your one wild and precious life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yovanovich. I'm just going to point out that you were one of the people who was here when the slate was blank. Your writing on that slate has been profound and pervasive. Thank you for all that you've done for this Eagle community. And it's still amazing as we have grown that you still know so well so many of our students individually by name. Thank you very much. Degrees will now be conferred. At FGCU, we award a wide variety of graduate degrees that provide advanced education in an array of disciplines. Indeed, at FGCU, we offer over 30 courses of study leading to a master's degree, and we award today the following master's degrees: Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Public Administration, Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Social Work. We are pleased that 79 master's degrees are being awarded by FGCU at this commencement. Some of those eligible to receive recognition at today's ceremony have already started their new careers and are unable to be here with us this morning. Will all master's candidates please rise for the conferral of your degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida Gulf Coast University Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the master's degree you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Candidates, please turn your tassels from right to left. And congratulations. You may be seated.
The College Marshal will now escort the master's recipients to the front of the stage by college, beginning with the Lutgert College of Business. The university readers, Rebecca Kroger and Allison Bacigalupi, will introduce individual graduates. We will be calling each graduate to the front of the floor to be recognized. Let me say a word to our guests today. Most of you have traveled many miles to hear one name, and each name will be heard only if you hold your applause and cheers. In consideration of everyone who is here today to honor one student, please refrain from shouts and celebrations until all names have been read.
Brett Jackrell. Keely Boswell. Jacqueline Sullivan. Brent Holden. Rebecca Metrick. Caroline Allegri. Noah Grimes. Now the College of Education. Sherry Hoington Carlin. Lindsay Schofill. Kristen Skolis. Rachel Anderson. Fallon Warren. Kayla Harper. Jennifer Kleinfelder. Now the College of Education. Loretta Fritchie. Daniel Davis. Alexander Conrad. Jeffrey Bush. Sean Hetz. Stephanie Stevens. Julietta Wenk. Amanda Thomas. Lena Lewis. Danielle Von Barron. Teresa Jack. Heather Kristofiak. Christina Morgan. Stephanie Ivanko. Nicardo Salmon. Clara Esposito. Tiffany Schlenk. Cynthia Hernandez. Veronica Young. Lindsay Thorsad. Now the College of Arts and Sciences. Kelsey McEachern. Anna Maria Tejada. Sarah Gottwallace. Robert Wasno. Lindsay Rodriguez. Vitor Hugo Seguri. Rebecca Crouch. And Jamie Cook.
Here at FGCU, we have a wonderful tradition of our faculty greeting our new graduates. The faculty of each college rise and move to a receiving area as the students from their respective college cross the stage. We believe that this FGCU tradition gives our students a chance to convene briefly with their faculty who have supported them through the years. Briefly convene. Will the new FGCU Master's graduates please rise? President Bradshaw, platform party, faculty, family, and guests, please join me in congratulating our newest master's degree recipients. Please be seated. We now come to the conferring of the bachelor's degrees. At FGCU, we award a wide variety of bachelor's degrees that provide education in an array of disciplines. Indeed, at FGCU, we offer over 50 courses of study leading to the bachelor's, and we award the following baccalaureate degrees: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Athletic Training, Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering, Bachelor of Music Education, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Bachelor of Social Work. We are pleased that 395 bachelor's degrees are being conferred by FGCU at this commencement. Some of those eligible to receive that recognition at today's ceremony have already started their new careers and are unable to be with us here this morning. Will all bachelor's candidates please rise for the conferral of your degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida Gulf Coast University Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the bachelor's degrees you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Candidates, please turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You may be seated.
The college marshals will now escort the bachelor's recipients to the front of the stage by college, beginning with the College of Arts and Sciences. The university readers will introduce the individual graduates.
Lauren Klein. Nicole Baster. Bernard Morgan. Melissa Dupree. Holly Henderson. Louis Cantor. Melina Velez. Zach Evans. Ashley Reese. Gardner Bradley. Kenneth Brogdon. Christina Hawk. Carryon Jackson. Marika Photos. Brooke Spencer. Caitlin Caputo. Michael Gontko. Justin Lighthall. Rebecca Gonch. Zachary Kramer. Ashley Handley. Trisha Centemo. Caitlin Long. Kristen Lamar. Jillian Losey. Maria Aldana. Ryan Getchell. Timothy Fournier. Edwin Grisales. Kevin Zipkin. Ron Temple. Garvin Charles. Christina Peruzzi. Christy Hamlin. Jacqueline Reale. Allison Wyatt. Jacqueline DeGraff. Catherine Myers. Danielle Davis. Christina Young. Caitlin Hassan. Joshua Magrini. Marianne McGahan. Jacob Ranger. Brittany Canfield. Raina Burko. Janelle Salandi. Robert Shaw. Shelby Fleming. Catherine Westbrook. Christopher Goldhorn. Eric Suarez. Jessica Yu. Stephen Persad. Katie Longmire. James Galarza. David Siegel. Kaylee Adney. Christopher Connor. Okay. Sebastian Otenano Hurtado. Lex Lindquist. Cody Ann Walcott. Alexandria Wachtel. Kristen Burbis. Daryl Myrtle. Ashley McAllister. Mariana Griswold. Amanda Jane Petacap. Brian Cooney. Weston Hunter. Jonathan Plummer. Andrew Crosby. Richard Walsh. Lauren DeLeon. Sarah Hoffman. Angelica Nunez. Chanel Walters. Amber Smoot.
Now the College of Education. Deborah Lordemus. Now the UA Whitaker College of Engineering. Vincent Giannone.
James Ferris. Zachary Stone. Eric Rodubois. Michael Vieira. Michael Welch. Now the College of Health Professions and Social Work. Argio Cruz. Alexa Stoker. Valerie Zapp. Neftali Milfort. Carla Castro. Jamie Gary. Shannon Wilkin. Alexis McClymans. Christopher Serrano. Lindsay Anderson. Cameron Smith. Jeffrey St. Fairman. Ashley Wynn. Ryan Calhoun. Cynthia Rojas. Nina Garcia. Melina Gomez. Isabel Warwick. Arlene Padilla. Laura Rios. Brittany Lalo. Shagan Babian. Now the Luckert College of Business. Brandon Schwartz. Alexandra Krems. Chloe Rose. Brett Weinstock. Kyle Schaefer. Brian Jones. Diana St. Mark. Michelle Giesel. Anthony Samad. Abigail Owisney. Megan Ma Solomon. Morgan York. Christopher Davison. Alexander Torres. Romana Kezvedsdik. Michael Pipitone. Jesus Hernandez. David Perez. Robert Conforti. Jason Perez. DJ Ebner. Elizabeth Era. Angelo Loturco. Carol Marlich. Joseph Carlin. Christopher Edwards. Francine Silverstein. Pedro Fuentes. Maria Guzman. Melissa Pereras. Christina Jerome. Jonathan Mitchell. Don Borgat. Jennifer Miss. Brandon Desingu. Joshua Cole. Dale Ward. Samuel Kaplan. Sandra Jamie Block. Caitlin Kilcoyne. John Adams. Kevin Snyder. Mackenzie Cassidy. Christopher Rudloff. Kayla Hernandez. Jose De La Torre. Luana Adorno Oracy. Mary Riley. Carmela Westran. Allison Poling. Kiera Mitchell. Leslie Peliquin. Raul Gill. Madison Murray. Lauren Philippek. Sarah Honeycutt. Jennifer Dubonnet. Louis Crispy. Mohammed Itayim. Matthew Peterson. Christopher Lucente. Riley Morris. Chad Fisher. Riley Jones. Michael Robinson. Scott Labai. Luis Alonso Vargas. Evelina Lysick. Philip Aradujo. Hemsleen Deezer. Melissa Lau. And Katrina Strumsky. What was her name?
Will the new FGCU bachelor's graduates please rise? President Bradshaw, platform party, faculty, family, and guests, please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. Please be seated. Among our graduates receiving bachelor's degrees today are some of FGCU's finest students. These students, who have achieved the highest academic honors, are designated by the wearing of green and blue honor cords. Please stand and remain standing as I call your honors designation. Undergraduate students who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.9 or higher have received the highest honors designation of summa cum laude. Please stand. Undergraduate students who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.71 to 3.89 have received the honors designation of magna cum laude. Please stand. Undergraduate students who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.7 have received the honors designation of cum laude. Please stand. Honors graduates, we commend you on your superlative academic achievements.
Graduates, I congratulate you on your accomplishment and wish you all continued success. You've worked hard and succeeded in your academic endeavors. On your behalf, let me thank our outstanding FGCU faculty and staff members who have provided you not only instruction, but also their wise guidance and enthusiastic support. Our university is truly fortunate to have such a remarkable group of faculty and staff respected by their students, their peers, and the greater community. Please join me in recognizing our very fine faculty and staff. You are among the best. It is now my pleasure to introduce Carlos Cavanago, the third class of 2000 and chair of the FGCU Alumni Association. Carlos.
I would like to think they saved the last speaker as the best, but after Dr. Yovanovic's speech, that's not going to happen.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Bradshaw. 14 years ago today, I graduated from FGCU. Receiving my college degree was a thrill and amazing accomplishment. Don't forget the thrill today. There's something about President Bradshaw when he says, "By the authority vested in me," that gives a shiver down your spine. Don't forget that. Don't forget the institution that instilled in you knowledge, great social and civic responsibility, ideals of sustainability, and was a place for you to find friends and gain mentors. The sky is the limit for each of you. Today is simply a stepping stone unto a great road ahead. While all of our roads may differ, we all can call FGCU our home and our start. For me, my road took me to law school and a career as an attorney. A road that I would not have traveled in had it not been for the encouragement of my professors here at FGCU. I would not be where I am today professionally had it not been for their insight, mentorship, and recommendations of my FGCU professors. Some of them are here today. Shout out to Dr. Zager. Thank you, Dr. Zager. Pam C. Thank you, Pam C. That's what you call a shout out. It all started for me 14 years ago. Graduates, today is an exciting day for you and your families. I congratulate you on reaching your greatest academic accomplishment yet, and I challenge you to stay connected. You are welcome to the alumni family of more than 20,000 graduates worldwide. As you leave here today, alumnus, remember you control the reputation and the credibility of this university. Having a diploma is much like having stock in a company. Stocks will go up and stocks will go down. After you leave here, make sure your stock continues to go up by being true to yourself, by being true to others, and by being true to FGCU. You can do that by becoming an involved and engaged graduate. Volunteer in your colleges. Attend alumni events. Read the Pinnacle magazine. Share your accomplishments with the university. and give back when you're able to do so, and become an active member in the Alumni Association. Stay connected so that we can enrich each other's lives. Congratulations, graduates on the class of 2014. Welcome to the alumni family, and go Eagles!
Thank you, Carlos. Now at this time, will the graduates please rise and give a round of applause and appreciation of those that supported you through the educational process, your parents, your loved ones, your families. Also, please remain standing. Also, and in the, to paraphrase Carlos, also extend a shout out and a round of appreciation to the faculty and staff who also supported you through your educational endeavors. Please remain standing, and now will the audience please rise and join our vocalists, Miss Christy Shore and the Suncoast Brass Quintet, in singing the first verse of our alma mater. The words are printed on page 27 of your program. Graduates, in closing, I encourage you to stay connected to your university as proud alumni who represent the very best of this institution. You, our success stories, are our best ambassadors. Your achievements, service to others, and loyalty will contribute to the greatness of Florida Gulf Coast University. You have our best wishes for success and happiness throughout your lives. Please remain standing for the recessional and remain in your place until all graduates have exited the floor. Graduates, staff ushers will direct you to join the recessional. Guests, please wait until the students and faculty have left the arena floor before carefully exiting yourselves. Please meet your graduates in the lobby or in the plaza area. As always, my last 4 words at each commencement: walk good, go Eagles.